Hello guys, and welcome to Till Vacuum Do Us Part. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Ashley and I'm so excited you clicked on today's video. It's definitely going to be a wild ride. Most of the time when I'm decorating, I know exactly what I want and I order it and we're good to go, but that is not how this video went. So definitely sit down, buckle up, and let's get ready to take this wild ride together. I am just showing you a few before clips right here just so you can get an idea for the space, especially if you're new here. You can kind of see how we decorated when we first moved in. So basically we just brought all the items from our old house into this house thinking it would work because it was really the same style, but for some reason the furniture was just not the right size, not the right shapes. And I just feel like this house is calling for a little more glam and less farmhouse, so we're slowly redoing all these spaces so it fits our house better. And I wanted to show you inside my office. This is kind of where I'm throwing everything that needs to be moved around, rearrange. Some of this is old, some of this is new, but this is a lot of the things we're going to be working with today. So this is day one. This was supposed to be like a 1-day filming and everything was going to be done. It turns into 3 days, so definitely make sure you stay for all of it because it does change throughout it. Like I said, it's a wild ride. So we're getting started. The first thing we're going to do is move all this furniture out because I got a new rug. I loved this rug. I got it when we first moved in the house, but I just once again feel like we needed a little more glam. So I'm going to go ahead and move all this furniture off. I'm going to get it vacuumed because my mom's going to take it and I just wanted to make sure it was nice and clean, and then I'll show you the new rug that we got.
It is not the first time thinking that you'll come around. I've been waiting here before. It is not the first time thinking that you'll change this time. No, I don't need a heartbreak. I don't need to save you. 'Cause I gotta be you. 'Cause I gotta be you. No, I don't need a heartbreak. I don't need to change you. 'Cause I gotta be you. 'Cause I gotta be you.
Anytime I'm like redecorating or rearranging and I move a piece of furniture, I try to vacuum or clean underneath it. That's just a good time to do it, just so later on if you're like spring cleaning, I can know I don't have to move my rug this time because I've already vacuumed underneath it. So definitely just take the time while all your furniture is moved out. It just takes a few minutes and then you know you're putting a clean rug or clean sofa or whatever it is onto a clean floor.
You stepped into my life, such a magic feeling when you tore down my walls. I wish I could go back to right before you told me I'd try to change it all. But look at us now.
So from this angle, you can tell I've already got rid of our entryway table. Basically one day I just had a huge itch to switch. If you're new here, that's like when I just get the itch to redecorate or rearrange. It's different every time, and I went ahead and just sold my entryway table, so I was forced into finding something else, and it took us a little while, and I'll be talking about that later, but I know you could see it from that angle and some of you might be asking. But I am gonna work on this mantle. I know I just did this in a previous video, but it was just screaming farmhouse to me, and like I said, we're on the focus of going more glam. So I went ahead and took that sign down. We're just gonna sell it, and I wiped down the mantle once again so it's nice and clean before we do something else. But now we're gonna bring this rug in so you guys can check it out and let me know what you think.
Could have tried much harder. Now all we have are scars. You said we'd get so high, higher up than heaven. You said we'd reach the stars. But look at us now.
far. It hurts to realize we're parted. And look at us now, this is who we are. And I just know things will never be the same. We're like strangers again, again, again. Strangers again, again, again. We're like strangers again, again, again.
And as you can see right here, Tiger and George approved of the new rug. It's actually so soft. I don't think I've ever had a rug like this soft on my feet before, so I'm so happy we chose it. You guys know I love boutique rugs. This is not sponsored, but I do have a coupon code with them, and it's ASH60. So if you use that, you can get 60% off your order, and they have like decor, rugs, all that fun stuff, and you can't beat 60% off. It just makes it so affordable, and they have all different styles. So if you like color and all of that, definitely check it out. I'll link this one down below in the description box too, and what size it is. We definitely went with a large one this time since we have so many wood floors, but you could go smaller and they have different shapes as well.
Like strangers again.
So this is where the itch kind of started the night before. Is I was playing around with our sofa and love seat. This is why Chase loves when I have a sectional, because you can't really move a sectional. They normally fit one space and that's it. And when I have like pieces like a sofa and a love seat, I can rearrange it a billion different ways, and that's what's probably going to happen in this house because I have the space to do it. I know some of you are not going to prefer this style because it's unexpected, but that's why I love it. It's very conversational. It's unexpected. It makes our living room feel so much larger, and I love the setup, and that's all that matters. If Chase and I and Savvy are happy, we are the ones that live here. And so if you don't like it, that's fine. You don't have to let me know about it, but we love it. And like I said, our space just really opened up when we rearranged it like this.
Being stuck here in this place. No, I wanna hold your hand in mine. Watch the sunset in your eyes. Baby, I want us to act like we are 22 right now. Just let go, lose control, play songs on the radio too.
So we did make a stop at Home Goods one day, and Chase found this mirror and was like, hey, what do you think about this for above the fireplace? And I fell in love with it, and once we got it in the house, I loved it even more. Once again, like, we're trying to pull away from so much farmhouse. We need a little farmhouse. We don't mind a little rustic, because if you guys have ever seen the outside of our house, it is farmhousey. It's white, it's got black accents, it's got wood, but that doesn't mean the inside has to look just like that. I kind of like when you come in, it's unexpected and you're not expecting there to be so much glam. So I feel like this is perfect. It adds bright and light to the space. It's not so dark right there by that dark mantle. So once again, we are loving this. All those little changes are really starting to add up. Everything's going to plan so far, but I promise you that's going to start changing here in a little bit.
Streets in a rusty car, leading to the sea. Think we're getting close. We should take a pic, baby, strike a pose.
The next space I'm going to work on is this part of our entryway. I love it right here, but I had signs up and they looked really pretty. These are from our old house as well, but I wanted to personalize it just a little more when you walked in. So I moved our fracture prints over there, and I love when you come in, it's like home. You can see who lives there. These are my glass prints. I talk about them all the time because you guys are always asking about them. This is not sponsored, but I do have a coupon code that will expire February 14th. So if you guys are needing prints as a gift or for your home, use Ashley25 at checkout, and that'll give you 25% off. I'll go ahead and leave the link down below in my description box just in case you want to click on it and check it out. But I just wanted to share that one more time before it ends. now it is time to work on our entryway. We got a new table. This nice man saw me trying to carry it in and he stopped and helped Chase carry it in. I thought that was so nice. I just love Oklahoma. People are so sweet. He like stopped and got out of his truck to help us. I searched high and low for this piece. I'm talking every store, every website, every used consignment. Finally, I found this on Facebook Marketplace and it was perfect. So it is solid stainless steel. Anytime I can buy used furniture, I'm going to. Like, I love searching Facebook Marketplace, but I feel like people aren't selling as much stuff right now. I feel like even Ross and Home Goods and TJ Maxx aren't getting the inventory like they used to. It's just such a weird time in the world right now. So I was so happy when I found this piece. We drove quite a while to get it. I had to really open up my search to be able to find this piece, but I am so happy with it.
Cool. Some people try to get by. If you don't have a reason, it's hard to make it all worthwhile. 'Cause what I've got surely makes the world go round. 'Cause I got something real. 'Cause I got.
If you are anything like me, you are totally panicking right now because you can see cords. Don't worry, I always take care of that. I always just kind of like to rearrange and decorate the spot to make sure it's going to stay that way, even though we all know it doesn't stay that way, before I start hiding the cords. But I'm about to show you how I do it. There's always a way to hide the cords. Like, you just have to get creative. Always have like clear tape. I like to use shipping tape because it's strong and it's wide. You can see I taped it behind the top of that table right there so it's not hanging down. I tape it to baseboards. I will cut holes in rugs. I will do whatever I have to do to hide those cords. So that's what I'm working on right now.
Never sees me, I'm losing every battle. No one ever sees me, I'm losing every battle. No one ever sees me, I'm losing every battle. Can somebody save me,
So as you can see, I went ahead and unplugged the lamps. I decided those two big ones were just a little too much for the space. If you're curious, those lamps were pretty affordable. I found those on Amazon, so I'll link those down below as well. And then I know probably at this point somebody's asked me about those ottomans. I just picked them up at TJ Maxx when I saw them. I grabbed them. I feel like I've been looking for like poofs or ottomans everywhere and I cannot find them anywhere. Well, you can buy them online, but they're super expensive. So when I found those in TJ Maxx, I just grabbed them immediately. So now for my second setup, which it does change again later, I put the smaller lamp on there, and that is from Amazon as well. So that'll all be in my store. If I forget to link it, definitely just click on my Amazon store link. I keep a lot of the products from my house in there. So now I'm gonna do just a little bit different scenario and see if I like this way better.
sees me, I'm losing every battle. No one ever sees me, I'm losing every battle. No one ever sees me, I'm losing every battle. Can somebody save me, I'm losing every battle.
So this is how I left it for this day. Like I said, this turns into like a 3-day video, so you'll actually see it at the very end, a clip of how it's turned out. And I also have it over on my Instagram page if you guys want to see sneak peeks or see more inside our life just on a daily basis. Definitely make sure you're following me over there. But this was the day 1 completion, and we'll be starting day 2 in just a moment. Okay, so I've been wanting to replace these dining chairs for a while now, and we had searched high and low and couldn't find anything, so I decided to order like a wild card and be spontaneous. And you can tell by my face right here that right there should have been the point that I stopped, taped the box back up, and sent them back, but I didn't. So we're gonna go through a whole day's worth of work trying to figure this out. So as you can see, my wild card was going to be blue dining chairs, and my goal was that they would match our cadet blue kitchen island. And if you look right here, it matches really close, but they were just very, very blue. So I'm going to show you all the different things we tried to do to make them work. They are gorgeous chairs, don't get me wrong. You guys just know me. I'm very neutrals. I like grays. I like whites. I like tans. I like creams. But we're going to go ahead and put these together, and then I'll show you the different things I did to work on them.
Ain't nobody like you. Talking by yourself and you make me smile. I can listen all night long. I tell you about the time when I first met you, listening to our favorite song. Walking on the street when you caught my eye, something about the way you move. No, there ain't nobody like, there ain't nobody like. So lucky to be yours. And you're taking me high. Ain't nobody like you. I'm not coming down. Ain't nobody like you.
Now here's the first chair put together, and as you can see, it looks pretty good by itself. Obviously the legs don't match. That was kind of expected. I thought I'd either have to stain them. I decided I was going to go ahead and spray paint them gold. I always keep gold spray paint in my garage. This is the best one I found, but I thought maybe that would help tie in some of the glam. And we've looked at so many chairs with gold legs. I thought, okay, let's just spray one set of legs and see how it turns out. So that's what I'm going to work on right now. I did do 2 coats of it. I think you're only going to see me do 1 layer, but I did do 2 layers of the spray paint.
Never seen a sky so blue. And you're taking me high. Ain't nobody like you. I'm not coming down. Ain't nobody like you. I could go 1,000 miles as long as I'm with you. Yeah, you're taking me high. Ain't nobody like
So I went ahead and laid out all the rest of the legs, but before I started spray painting those, I wanted to put them on the chair, and I'm so glad I did. So I didn't spray paint all of those, because once I got it inside, to me it looked so yellow. So Chase liked it. I kept trying to make myself like it, and I couldn't. To me, it just looks like McDonald's French fried legs. I don't know, that's all I can see. They look super like golden yellow. So I went ahead and decided, okay, I'm not gonna spray paint the rest of them gold. I always have white paint, and this is like the white paint we have in our house. I'm just gonna paint all the legs white. This is where I got a little crazy because I just knew this was gonna work. I didn't paint just one set, I painted all of them. So now there's no going back. I can't return these. I don't know what I was thinking, but now let's go ahead and start painting these. They are super easy to paint. I know it's really hard to buy new furniture and have to paint it, but sometimes you just have to make it work. In my case, it didn't. But let's get these painted so you can see what they look like.
You see through, gotta make space for the new you, like I'm old news in your rearview mirror. It must be nice, you went and got a penthouse, all your friends partying is real loud. Brand new money with a brand new chest, still a baby bird right straight out the nest like you.
Okay, while you guys watch me paint, I'm going to be painting for a little while because I had so many legs to paint white and I had to do like 3 coats to make sure they were solid white. I wanted to talk to you. So if you're new here and you love DIY projects, I'm your girl. If you like cleaning, if you like rearranging, if you like organizing, basically anything to do with your home, I love to do. I like to keep things simple. I like to do things on budgets. So if you're new here, I would really love for you to hit that red subscribe button and join my family. But like I said, right now I'm painting and I'm painting and I'm painting.
Everything is easy. How can I believe it when everything is easy? Go home. You said things could only get better. I need it more than ever. They don't.
I was literally painting while it was pitch black outside. Like by my filter and the light, it doesn't look pitch black, but if you look in the sky, it was like pitch black outside. It was super windy. I kept hearing things. You can watch me like stand up. I kept looking at the gate. I don't know. I was kind of starting to freak out there by myself, but I survived. But it was so windy and crazy. I didn't want any like grass to get on the pieces, so I went ahead and carried them in and stuck a fan on them to let them dry inside. I was trying to finish up this video and I just knew this was gonna work, so we were staying up late to get it done. So you can see Chase had all the chairs put together, and then as the legs were drying, he was putting them on. But right here you can see the finished product. So the legs look amazing with the table, but it was still just too blue for me. I'm going to show you right here. This is what it looked like. Super pretty, super glam, just way too bold for my style. So now we're moving on to day 3. This is actually 2 days later, thanks to Amazon. I got some new dining room chairs ordered and they came super quick. You gotta love Amazon. So here they are in the boxes. So we're gonna go ahead and get these set up. I will let you know they did work out. It is causing like a domino effect though, but let's go ahead and put these together because I want to know what you guys are thinking.
You know I was trying, it was never enough. I needed somebody, but it got too much. And I know that I've got my problems, and sometimes I lay them on you. But hear me out and give me a chance to say it out loud. Pray for me while I pick up the pieces, turning things around. And maybe things will get better, so wait for me on the other side.
Okay, I wanted to show you a comparison between like all the chairs we had. So the one on the left is the one we've started with. We've had it like 2 or 3 years. Still a really cute chair. I was just looking for something different. And then the one on the right is the new one, which we're loving. I did go ahead and throw that blue one in there just so you could see a difference. You can tell the one on the left and the right is more my style. The blue was definitely a wild card. I was hoping it was going to work out. It didn't. It would be a really cute accent chair. I just think 4 of them together was too much. I think even like 2 captain chairs in blue would have been cool. But since I have like a round table, just all 4 it was just too much. So I'm gonna go ahead and vacuum and then put these chairs at the table and let you guys see the finished product.
Wait for me while I pick up the pieces, turning things around, and maybe things will get better. So wait for me on the other side.
Okay, so I'm super happy with the chairs, but like I mentioned earlier, it's creating that domino effect because I'm either going to have to sand and restain the top of our table because the wood stains are completely different, or we're going to have to buy a new table, which I'm kind of leaning towards. I've been kind of wanting to try out a rectangle table in here to fill up the space a little more, and this one's so round it's kind of tight next to our back door. But now I'm going to show you the after so you can see how all the spaces look right now and how it turned out.
Wait for me while I pick up the pieces, turning things around, and maybe things will get better. So wait for me on the other side. Wait for me and maybe things will get better. So wait for me. Oh no, wait for me on the other side.
So this is going to be the angle you can really see in the woods. They're like not matching at all. So I'm definitely going to have to address that. I still need a centerpiece for the dining room table and the coffee table. I've mentioned this in a lot of videos. I'm like terrible at decorating tables. Like I love decorating, but not tables. I just don't love a lot of stuff on them in my house. I think they look so pretty in other people's home and on Pinterest. I just don't like the clutter. And then I don't like the idea of fake flowers sitting out in there. So I have no idea what I'm going to do. I'm definitely on the hunt. So that'll be in the next video, along with the new table or a used table or painting the table or staining the table. Who knows what's going to happen. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this crazy video, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.